Goodbye, AAA, Ron.
Hey, 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 hey,
Hello there, AAA, Ron.
hey. Why can't I talk? It's me.
Should you be doing that if you are actually coughing? You're
Yes.
just prolonging your suffering.
How's about you go fuck yourself, Colin? Don't tell me how to live my life. If I want to suffer, I'll suffer.
I'd fuck myself if I could. Jeez.
Good. I can't even insult you. I'm too busy dying. A lot of bad things happen to people with malicious intent.
I know, right? God just made you roll a natural one in your life.
Fuck off. You're triggering it! Okay, roll call before I go insane.
I already have.
Everybody roll your fucking 20s.
Oh, lordy.
Ah.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's a good day to have
Oh my
Lipton's iced
God.
tea.
What a shit selection of rolls.
I hope that means something
promising.
good. My resident note taker, I see you're currently on mute. There we go, hello.
Oh.
What a day to have a cold.
What a day to have a cold, huh? And to be playing D&D, which is, you know, requiring
she'd
of the
have the-
vocal.
Wait, no. I was going to say, at least she doesn't have the most talkative role, but what's happening at the moment?
Yeah, about that. Rachel, recap. Feel free to be, you know,
Feel
as
free to take your
informative.
time.
All that, yeah. As informative or lack thereof as you desire.
I'm back. Sorry. I was gone.
I love.
I'll take this time to eat my berry.
I'll take this time to drink.
Vantress killed Trafalgar.
End of session.
Lycoris struck a deal with Legion to get help to get out of the chair. Everyone else was fighting at the same time. There was a dragonborn that was piloting some sort of suit by force. So Esatari tried to knock him unconscious, but then he died anyway. So, and the chicken almost died, but they saved it for yet another sink of spells for no reason.
No, my chicken.
And then Haraway was like, "Lol, I was gonna betray her anyway. Come to the basement if you guys want to fight with me." And then they got some potions and they drank them.
I don't know why we drank the potion that this random guy gave us who was being a dick before, but we did.
And Lycoris got the dragon, fucking not the dragon, vampire brides to clear the way to get them back to the rest of the party, as she has a dead Trafalgar over her shoulder.
And it's
And
like
it's basically where we
storming
are.
across the field.
As a prize.
As as a prize.
I mean, it's a trophy of sorts. Right, when you put a deer on the wall.
Yeah, when you flip the body of someone who looks like a dude that was your child at one point in time in this body that you've now inhabited again. You know, normal things.
Just DM things.
Yeah.
Anyway, when you said vampire brides, I thought you said black veil brides. I was like,
Yeah. They left their jobs here and they went to form a band.
the black veil brides.
Stop spoiling my plans. It was going to be in the epilogue. So, yeah, that. Two small bits. I remember one of you did a check, I think, Esatari, to determine what was in the bottles, or if they were safe.
Esatari, detect magic.
So she would have told you what it is, or what she detects from it.
Pretty much.
And that's why you were just like, oh, okay, well, let's drink it then.
Yep. Chug chug.
That's not to say it wasn't poisoned. No, I'm kidding, it wasn't. But it could have been, just saying. Because poison can't be detected by detect magic. So if they wanted to
Oh,
kill you, they could have
no.
done. As well, after you got the bottles and Roderick fucked off and they all took a formation around the table, you see that Aravesta is giving them orders in general, and they quickly take off the like cultist robes and outfits and get into the more well-known attire of what used to be Vortigern's gangs, just general like leathers and assorted swords and daggers and the like. And yeah, they kind of just start moving themselves across the way and getting themselves into a line. Formation. But
Adjourn this meeting.
you guys have freedom. What are you guys doing?
Can I run over and drop Trafalgar's body in front of Brewin?
Mm-hmm.
There you go, I brought you a gift.
Where did you appear from?
I ran from this corner over here. I'm very quick.
Rachel, can you add your token? Can you move your token there for me?
Here?
Next to mine.
There?
To the right.
There?
Can you see past there?
Past here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the whole room.
Oh, bloody! I can't. So the fact that you just appeared in front of me was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Oh,
Connor,
I was over here.
Connor, can you? Hold on, why is it not? Can you
No, I can't.
not? Why is it not working? Anyway, long story short, can you not see this? Like
I can't
generally
see...
diagonally.
Yeah. I can't
Okay, that's
see
good.
that
Your
across
vision's fine.
Oh, it's because of the pillar.
And I can't
Yeah.
see across here. So
That's
yeah,
good. It's supposed to be.
good. So yeah, that's why you McFrittened me, because it was like, the fuck? Where did you just come from?
That's because there's a wall.
The wall.
I was behind the wall.
The wall.
Fair enough.
I'm
So-
gonna just run over and drop Trafalgar's body and just say, you need to revive him now.
Everyone's just gonna look sort of like very surprised because out of nowhere you just appear, you drop the body, you say this very quickly and somewhat panicked. I'm guessing.
Not to mention Legion and two women that you've never met before have come around the corner with her.
Everyone at this point is just going to look very visibly shocked and very surprised at the same time, and just sort of like do that baffled sort of lip movement like he's about to blow a raspberry, but sort of like his shoulders go up to go for a shrug, like what is going on, and like
I'll pour all the diamond dust on his chest.
Another few seconds of the timer goes away.
I sort of
Hurry
look,
up!
I sort of look and I'm just like, right, okay. Bruin takes a deep breath and he will attempt Revivify with the shards that are on his chest.
Put Revivify in chat for me, please. Thank you. So, it has not been a minute. His body is not so ruined that it cannot be restored. The question remains, though, Connor or anyone around you, do you have enough spell energy to cure the wound on the back of his head?
In what sense?
Any form, as long as you can give him restoration.
You mean like any other healing spell?
Mm-hmm. Spell,
Yeah,
ability, anything that gives him HP.
Yeah.
No, I can only stabilize, I think.
That's
I
fine.
can do
There we go.
I can do cure wounds.
So, as you focus for a moment on the spell, you kind of looking him over. Luckily, you don't start the spell exactly. You notice the wound at the back of his head. It is to the point where you can almost see the bone. A lot of the back of the head has just been scorched into oblivion by a very close contact magic. and you quickly place your hand over it, recover it, and you see very quickly the scalp molds and restores itself. And in that same vein, you have your other hand preparing the magic for a revivify. I will very quickly, disclaimer, do not worry about the course of time. He is focusing on the spell Revivify, and while he's doing so, the timer will be ignored. Have any of you actually watched a revival in Critical Role before?
Yes, I have.
Mhm.
Lily has as well.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Well, this is going to be experience then. But before that, Aaron, my dude, let's give them a bit of space while they decide what they're going to say to be nice to you, or what they're going to give up to bring you back.
Yeah.
You guys, please feel free to inform anyone who doesn't know. Okay, bye.
Bye.
So, while in your little dark space somewhere, anywhere, just reliving moments of your life, it suddenly freezes. Firstly, whichever memory you were in at the time, be it something from your childhood or adulthood, adolescence, everything around you freezes, and you are instantly made aware that this is not who you are right now. And as you get that moment, a wave of nostalgia, and you realise it's a memory, you kind of look over your hands and you notice whatever form you're in at the time shifts into what you are at current. And then your outfit changes. Every piece of equipment you wore, every item on your person appears. And as you notice that, a pitch black spot underneath your feet appears and quickly envelops the dream state. Everything goes black again, but you can still see and even somewhat feel everything. And as you look around a bit confused, beneath your feet, slowly this colour starts to appear. It starts off as a dull grey that slowly fills out into what looks to be a field of ash. And then the sky itself opens up into a darker blue with very spread out clouds. It looks almost peaceful. There is just a constant field of ash and just that sky with a few clouds. And then you look around you, start to walk for a little bit. After a little while, you see a little bit in the distance what looks to be 3 pillars. They don't go up too far, they go up roughly about 7 foot each. And as you walk over toward them, floating just atop them, one of them looks to be a skull, and the other looks to be the symbol of Kalemvor. But it looks slightly different. Instead of the scales, and correct me if I'm wrong, they hold skulls.
I don't know what they hold actually.
Let me
I
just...
think it's just a skeletal hand holding scales.
That sounds much more...
I don't think it has anything on it.
I've got it somewhere. Where are they? Fucking hell. Elin. It's where the fuck is it? God damn it, I have it here somewhere, but I don't know where the fuck I left it. Well, anyway, yeah, yours sounded much more likely, yeah. So it has the skeletal hand holding the scales, but in each of the scales scale, there is what looks to be a parchment, and on the left hand side one looks to be a gavel. And as you look closer, the third pillar lowers down to become a platform for you and raise you up, if you choose to step atop it. Question mark.
Yeah, I would step on top of it.
Okay. As you stand on it, it then slowly raises back up, and you get within 5 feet range of the two others. The one that's just a simple skull, and the one that is Kalimvor's symbol, with the parchment and gavel. You look between each. The skull immediately and obviously symbolizes death, a form of permanency. Kalimvor's scales signify an attachment, a promise, a continuance. Which do you pick? And I will preface this with, despite how I make it sound, this does not mean you're choosing if you live or die. Though, to be fair, if you right now wanted to say you didn't want your character to come back, he doesn't come back. That's the rules of Revivify. If the soul is unwilling, the body does not return.
Yeah. So that's the problem, right? Like, soul is willing to come back, but it's brewing.
Come on, he's bringing you back to life.
Yeah, no. Yeah, of course I want to come back.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
which of the two pillars items would you touch first? And again, I preface it, despite them being one basically calling death and the other calling life and a continuance, it isn't saying you will die if you pick the death, you will live if you pick the life. These are symbolic of something different, which you can make checks to if you want.
Yeah, let me make a check just to see what my thoughts are on these and what I feel. I'm gonna do a religion check just to see.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, I feel I know it well enough that I'd pick the one that is clearly like symbolizing life, because Kalimvor gave me that mission basically, didn't he? He told me that I could be resurrected once, reborn once, to carry out his mission. So choosing life is the right thing. But so that's what Trafalgar's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But the metagamey part of me wants to kind of see where they go if I refuse this one.
Okay. So, as you reach to touch and grasp the symbol of Kalimvor, the hand holding the scales, as even a slight touch goes against it, everything flicks out into a blackness for a moment, and you kind of feel something press into your chest, and you turn to look down, and you notice embedded into your chest is what looks to be this pure energy that's radiating out from your chest. It kind of has this like spearhead shape almost, and a small staff attached, made of just pure energy. And it doesn't really hurt, but since it's present, you feel something akin to having a gasp, a need to breathe. It's a little suffocating. What do you want to do?
Oh God, I want to pull it out.
Okay.
I'm feeling suffocated. It's like the thing that in life scared him. He's being suffocated, surrounded by things that can't help, or he can't breathe, with his family, with everything. Yeah, he's gonna try to pull it out.
Okay. make a charisma check, please. Or save if it's better.
It's same, I think. Yeah. I'll do a save though, because you know.
So as you grab at it, there's this sudden complete loss of breath. Though you're not technically breathing, the sensation is something similar, and you're holding tight to it. There's no other sensations other than a form of weakness for a moment, and you're slightly struggling against it, even to hold on to it, as you're slowly recoiling and losing balance nearly. Make another one. So, drawing on your will to remove this familiar and slightly soul-destroying sensation, squeeze tighter, you bind your will to the intent, and you start drawing it out from yourself. And as you're drawing it further and further out from yourself, it starts to take what looks to be something akin to a shape, shrinking down into this roughly about the size of a sword of some kind. And as you finally pull with one last quick yank, all of your senses go to black, and you clatter to the ground, holding tight onto something. But we're going to go back now. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
So, who would like to go first and try to revive him?
Brewin, I guess. 'cause
Not
he's
everyone
the
all at
magic.
once.
I mean, I
Well,
guess.
I was just thinking we've not decided who's going to go between me and Harry.
Oh, yeah.
If you two go last, then I assume Brewin will go first because he's doing the spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brio may as well go first.
Oh, Lee, I'm going to message you about one of my ideas because I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Okay,
Tell me when you want me to go.
go for it.
Right. Brewin is healing Trafalgar, and he's just pouring in all of his magic that he can to just try and revive him, and of course seal the wound at the back of his head. He sort of looks down and just hopes and just says quite quietly and just says, "Come on, Trafalgar. You got to come through. You got to come back to us, lad. You started to call us your family. It's not really something that is quite characteristic of you, but we've made an impact. You don't want to lose that, lad. Come back. There's so much more you need to do, man. This life's not over for you yet. Not if I have anything to say about it."
Adding your charisma +2 on top, roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Or more specifically, roll a persuasion check with +2 on
Roll
top.
Persuasion with +2 on top, yeah?
Yes.
Nice.
25 in total.
So good.
For some reason, you feel very moved by Brewin. It's unusual, but strange.
Do-do-do-do.
I guess I'll go next.
Yes.
just bend down and say, uh, look, I've done a lot of shit to get you to where we are now. Not gonna lie, you're probably gonna be really angry with me if you come back, but you don't really have a choice at this point. Because if you don't come back now, I'll fucking go to hell and drag you back kicking and screaming. So, if I were you, I'd take the easy option, be a Bree-win. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Make an intimidation check. Before you do, 1 second. Chloe,
What you do? Take a drink.
Chloe, it would be character. Though, if you yourself can think of one that would be vaguely resemblant to what you think she sounds like, then we'll see.
Okay. Oh God.
Erin,
Yes.
you would hear everything they're saying. Would Lycorus's threat of literally going to hell to drag you back be scary to you?
Not a
I'm already
threat.
dead at this point, so I'm kind of tempted to stay dead and just see if she pulls through on that.
Wow, rude.
Oh no.
Lycorus, do an intimidation check, please.
It's not that
Oh, it's not too bad. Oh
bad.
wait.
What?
Oh my God, you had a lot to it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Shall I do the thing that I was talking about, Megan?
Like I still don't have a plan, so yeah.
Okay.
Delay!
Well-
Stall!
While we're doing this, I'm just gonna get up and go move near Legion, so if he does come back, I can like shuffle Legion out the way.
Oh yeah, true. Okay. Okay. Wait, where the fuck is he? I'm trying to look on the map.
He was underneath chicken.
Oh, chicken, get out of the way.
Chicken.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly walk over to Trafalgar and just close my eyes, and I'm gonna cast a spell, and then you hear a voice that's not familiar to us really, but it would be to Trafalgar. So,
Hopefully.
hopefully, it's going to say, oh God, I don't even know if it's going to be accurate or fucking what. Trafalgar, this is your mother speaking. You need to come home. I know you've had a difficult time with your brothers, but together we can be a family again. We've just started to rebuild those bridges that we broke, and come home, darling. Please. And then the silence. And it just like echoes around the chamber, like the please just goes please, 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 please.
So, firstly,
I don't know if that'll work, but we'll see.
performance check from Anessa.
Oh fuck.
Insight check
Perception
from...
check.
Or perception from Trafalgar.
I might use my inspiration for this. I'm not very good. Can I use my inspiration, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Please be good. Please be good. Ah,
I mean, it's over 10.
it's over 10.
Yeah. Sure. So, the real question, I suppose, Trafalgar, with the role that you've done,
Oh god, it's gonna be so much higher.
what would
Oh, shit, yeah.
Trafalgar's
Sorry.
thoughts be? You don't inherently know who it is, but you're pretty sure that's not your mother, but there's an intention there.
No!
And it doesn't seem
Oh,
dishonest.
I know it's not my mother.
I was like, shit, we've not met her, but it'd be nice of him to just think of her.
definitely not my mother, but the intent is there, and I think it reminds me that I want to do something when I'm
Yay.
alive again. So yeah,
Okay.
there is some benefit there.
Yay! That's okay then.
Okay. Then I will note that too. Okay. So who else?
I thought it was
Oh,
just 3.
I thought it was 3 too.
If anyone else wants to add to it.
I'll try and add. I will summon Tari, and I'll summon them as a fairy of navigation. I'll just send that. You might not see it, but it is a glowing light, and it's meant to help guide people. So
Oh,
I'm just
Oh.
hoping that with Tari, maybe he can sense a guiding light back to us.
so cute.
So wholesome.
It is.
This party really doesn't deserve you. Do you want me to introduce you to better people?
I don't know if that will have any value or not, but hopefully he can feel the intent.
So, from all of your intentions, Connor, you feel the spell is taking hold and something is being drawn forth. This would be the first time you've done the spell, so I would say as well, as you feel literally the energy of a soul being drawn forward by your will, there is a power trip moment for you where you're like, holy fuck, this is... And then you're kind of like looking at your hands as you can almost... It's not visible to anyone else, but for you there's almost like a clear-cut energy being overlaid across the body. And there's a kind of power trip moment.
Well, in that case, Brewin's just gonna very, very subtly yet I can really feel it, that I shiver inside a little bit due to the fact it's just giving me goosebumps, this sensation.
This is where Connor becomes a serial killer, just to revive everyone for that.
I'll
feeling
bring
again.
you back. But I don't want to. Tough shit.
I know he's broody, but come on. He hasn't got serial killer vibes.
Or does he? Not yet. Okay, so...
In a different dimension, sure.
Oh, yes. So is your all saying your moment's piece? His body remains still for a little. A couple of seconds go by after Brewin finishes the spell and slowly draws his hands back. The magic's effects have taken hold, and you see as, unless you specifically used another spell to do so, there is nothing else you can do. So his body is either going to take time to allow him to recover enough to be sentient again, or he's lost somewhere. And it starts to worry you that it's the latter for a little while. But after a couple of minutes of quiet, Trafalgar, your eyes open up. What would you do first as you slowly lull your eyes open, feeling like the worst shit in the world right now? I'm talking worse than the worst soap episode you've had in your entire life.
Oh, it's got to just be to shout, and then look around for like chorus.
God, shove him out the room.
Oh shit.
I'm probably like half dazed though, right? I had the back of my head blown off, so
It got recovered.
Will you see a flaming bird or not, though?
yeah. Yeah.
He remains in sight. He doesn't move.
Hello, mister. Okay. Good boy.
Yeah. What do we want to do?
I mean, I'm talking to Legion right now, so I don't know if he's moving yet or not.
Well, as I'm pretty much over him, just finished healing him, I'm guessing I see that his eyes are open.
Oh, you do indeed.
I'm just gonna look down, smile, and just say, "Easy, man."
As he starts moving as well, there's something that's there looks to be this something in one of his hands that's connected by chain to something attached to a sheath on his hip as well. As he starts to come to a little bit, and you hear a couple of clicks and cracks. You see one of these in his hand and the other in the sheath.
What?
Continue as you were.
Is this what I see on Trafalgar? Yeah?
Yep. You see one of the rings he's currently grasping onto with all intent and doesn't seem to have noticed just yet. And the other one, still connected by chain, is currently in a sheath of its own. That looks unassuming, looks like just a leather-bound sheath that's connected to his hip. The two blades are connected by chain, though.
I just very subtly eye it, but make no serious notion of it.
Okay. I will be right back right quick. Just gonna let the dog out for a second.
Let the dogs out.
Me? Duh.
I don't know if Legion will even leave if I tell him to leave. It's not like a puppy. I can't be like, shoo, shoo, get out, get out.
We'll talk about this later.
No,
What else?
don't make us sound like divorced parents. I can't do that right now.
While I was trying to find ideas of what I could summon Tarias, I came across this.
Oh,
You should have done it. It's
I like-
irresistible cuteness.
A
Would
bit
never have been able to
very
do it.
cute, universal meow. Everyone can understand the cat.
it's so cute.
That's very cute. I'm not convinced Trafalgar's a cat person though.
No, that's why I didn't try it.
Do you know?
Only
Do you
read.
know,
But it's irresistibly cute. You don't have to be a cat person.
do you know what's funny? I can't even see the picture.
Ooh,
Oh,
that blade.
it's not loading.
Whoa.
I don't know why.
What, the picture of the blade?
No, it's a
Okay, yeah.
cat.
Oh, the
It's-
cat.
Yeah, there's no picture for it, which is annoying.
That is annoying. I want to see what irresistible cuteness looks like.
Same.
Maybe it looks different to every person.
Oh. Maybe we just need to believe a little bit more and the picture will come.
Yeah. And I also
Like-
found I could summon a cherry wisp or a cherry spirit, and
Oh,
they just look like bundles of like cherry petals
that
floating
is
in the
very
air.
cute.
And I've bookmarked the list because every single time I try and do this, I've not saved it, and it takes me like 10 minutes to find the list again.
Oh no.
So this time I've saved it.
Yay. I just got blow my nose. I'm definitely getting ill again. It was so annoying. I thought like I rested up yesterday. I like had a nap on as soon as I got home, and then I woke up this morning at like 10:30, which I never do. I fell asleep really early as well. So like I clearly needed the sleep. And then
I
I
am
got a sore
returned.
throat again.
Same.
Hello.
Hello.
Just feel shitty.
I mean, now that I've heard Brewin talking to Trafalgar, can I just turn to Legion and just say, "Do you think it's the best idea for you to be here right now?"
I am returned.
Same. Maybe it looks different to every person.
Same.
Maybe it looks different to every person.
Hello.
Can I just turn to Legion and just say, "Do you think it's the best idea for you to be here right now?"
His eyes scan across, looks down at you. Make your choice of persuasion or intimidation.
I'm shit at both.
Well, I mean, plus 12. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Say I thought you had
I'm shit
I
at-
forgot I was elder Lycoris. She's way more threatening than normal Lycoris.
So,
I don't mean it in a mean way. I'm just saying, you know, he's not going to want to see you right now.
mm-hmm.
You don't have to leave the entire plane of existence. I'm just saying maybe, like, walk to the other side of the
He
room.
explodes into fire, never returns.
Fuck you!
So, he stares at you. There is something behind the fiery eyes, but he starts to walk away.
You hurt his feelings. I got hurt feelings.
And he hides
mean, I can talk
behind
it.
the pillar.
Oh, I mean, I can
Back
basically
to it.
talk to his head now anyway, so
So,
I'm
please
gonna
carry on.
go
Oh, as well,
move down.
as you get a little bit closer, and you kneel down close to him, there's this kind of like gnawing almost, an irritation as you get closer to Trafalgar. And it's not you to him, there's a more spiritual, supernatural kind of thing.
What?
There's just something in your soul that doesn't agree with him right now.
He's annoying you. You wish he was dead again.
No.
Does he look different?
No. He's a little bit more pale because of being dead, but perfectly fine otherwise.
Okay. Can I do an insight check to see what exactly is making me, like,
Sure.
weirded out?
Yes. So, as you kind of focus on it for a second, it's not you. It's Sin Eater. And as
What?
you're thinking about it, and then you look Trafalgar up and down for a moment, as your eyes scan over these new weapons of his, there's this almost like guttural sickness that comes over you for a second, and then washes away at the same moment as your eyes move away from it.
Oh, great. My sword hates his sword.
Why
Technically,
can't we all just get along?
technically hates his daggers, because they're daggers. Dagger, dagger.
I'm just going to look at Brewin and then glance towards the daggers to see if Brewin's noticed them as well. Like, has he stolen them when I was away? Like, does Brewin seem to, like, respond?
Nothing like spiritually or anything from you. Just looks like daggers to you.
Fucking weird, man.
When you say you give me the look, as in, are you doing any gestures or?
I just look at you and then I look at the daggers, like quite pointedly at the daggers, and then look back at you with like a raised eyebrow.
Brewin's just gonna very subtly just shrug his shoulders, but make it look very subtle. As in, like, he was sort of like shrug and then just click his back shoulders a little bit and do a little stretch. And then look back at you, sort of like with a puzzled look.
What is Trafalgar doing at this point?
Sister, why are they playing charades?
I don't fucking know.
Also,
Do I hear this from behind me?
Also, what is charades?
It's that game Mother refused to play with us because she's a bitch.
I mean, you kind of would. He's being quiet, but not enough to like not be heard from 2 feet away.
I just gotta look back and just be like, no, it's not really the time for whispering.
Oh.
Can he shout it then?
Why are you guys playing charades?
Yes!
I'm gonna glare at Vlad.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna look back and just say, I don't really know what you're talking about, mate.
Hmm. So Trafalgar, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. I was just thrown on the floor, wasn't I? So I'm gonna sit up and inspect myself.
I was gonna say, I'm already sat beside you anyway, because you're laying down and I was sat down healing you.
I mean,
And then
other
when I
than...
spot that chorus in elder form, I'm gonna say,
Did I chorus?
"Oh, you freed yourself then? I guess I didn't need to rush."
I will smack him. Not hard. This is a gentle smack. This is a
Just out of nowhere, suddenly, he's knocked
is a
unconscious.
this is a gentle smack on the shoulder, like a "what the fuck were you doing" kind of smack, not like a "get back to the fucking spirit realm" smack.
Die.
I was gonna say, could I attempt to stop that? Be like, no.
I mean,
Well-
my reflexes versus your reflexes. Let's see who
We'll
wins.
have a
right?
Lycoris strength check and a Brewin sleight of hand check.
I don't want to. I'm not hitting hard. I'm doing.
Well,
a
he's trying to
gentle
stop you, and this is all I can
It's a
think
nat
of.
one. It's fine. It was a nat one.
So yeah, long story short, you see the swing coming, and immediately you just like grab a wrist with that intention of like you're trying to stop her, but you're not trying to overpower her.
Not trying to overpower, just being like, just stopping and being like, whoa.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, "That was such a stupid choice, Trafalgar." I was gonna say you could have died, but you already did that, so.
Yeah, I hate to kind of ruin this bonding moment, but I've never revived anyone before, and I don't intend you to undo my work.
It was only going to be a gentle chiding smack.
We know, well, there's your gentle and then there's everyone else's gentle. Let's just leave it at that.
I don't even have any of my good stuff on me. It wouldn't have hurt that much.
I sort of look you up and down and look at you, sort of like giving you that look of, have you not seen yourself?
How exactly did all of this happen? I thought you all came here together. How did Trafalgar die, and none of you managed to stop it?
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Brewin's gonna look away sort of like awkwardly and then do a snap back of just a sort of like a glare off with you and be like, hold up. You're blaming this on us.
No, I'm just a bit confused. Like, normally you stay together as a group. Did he run away from you, or?
Yeah, normally we do, but normally
no.
one of us doesn't get fucking kidnapped.
Yeah, I'm just trying to ascertain
She's
if
got a
it's
point.
Trafalgar's fault or if it's your guys' fault.
I was
It's
very
yours?
tired. I was very tired and went to sleep, but from what everyone else seems to be telling me, you wandered off, got lost / caught. Trafalgar chased after you because he was the fastest, and well, I was still asleep while everything else was unfolding because you decided to sneak off in the first place.
Wait, so you're meaning to tell me
Basically,
that,
it's Brewin's fault.
you're meaning to tell me that Trafalgar went in to Vantress's house alone without backup?
Where's Vantress's house?
You
This
shouldn't.
house that we're in right now.
This is her house.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean-
that's what happened.
I thought she'd have a bit of a nicer place, to be honest.
I'm gonna look down at Trafalgar. I think Brewin can feel my hand twitch in his hand, but I'm not gonna. I would, but I won't.
Well, I feel the twitch and I cough like.
Well, Vantress isn't dead yet. She was sliced in two, but I'm quite sure she's not actually dead.
Of course. Well, her head got chopped off on the bridge. She's not actually dead. She was here, got cut in two, and, well, she's probably somewhere else.
I think so. I think maybe we just heal up Trafalgar and go somewhere out the way for an hour or two. I mean, I can't imagine she'll come back before then.
The two brides behind you are just looking between each other, and then they look over toward you. And though they don't say anything, you feel a sensation of them directing their intent to you.
I'm gonna ask them how long have we got in Vampiric?
We have at least 1 hour before Madame comes back and attempts something against us. This, however, is a problem since there are guards beyond that door that will barge through. And if they barge through, that will interrupt any rest you desire. We can assist, but only so far.
Where is Talus?
They look between each other for a moment with that kind of, can we really say? But then they look toward you, and at the same time they say,
He is beneath, in the chamber of Lady Demise, waiting with Ventress. I believe her intention is for you to have a final confrontation down there.
Is there any way to get her up here?
And that is your prerogative. You must figure that one out. We have no such say.
I'll just nod at them and I'll turn to the others and say we have an hour max, but there's gonna be no resting time.
Well, if it will give us a little bit of time, I can try to make the room a little bit more secure at least.
So is this an hour's of preparing to fight again, or an hour's worth of trying to, well, leave?
Slow down.
But she will be fully revived within the hour.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fully intending on coming after us again after this, so I think it's a now or never situation. She wants us to fight in the pit of demise, but from what I can understand from her ranting and raving earlier, is that she needs my blood to return demise to the plane of existence. So I don't really want us to be going down there if we can avoid it.
Well, I can potentially give us some more time. But if she comes in, then it's not going to help everyone. I can give us a space to go to try and rest up, because I feel like, as we are, we've not got a lot of chance against her.
There are more guards on the way. So unless
For us?
no guards against us. So
Oh,
unless
no.
But they seem to have changed the allegiance, at least the ones we were fighting. Have run off to fight her, it seems. Are these people still here?
mm-hmm. He sees the one with the
I
eye patch, currently arms crossed, is like his eyes are flicking between you all as he's listening.
I don't know who they are. I know the guards who answer to Vantress, but I don't know who they are.
I think these guards answer to... Do they answer to Legion, or are they their own thing?
They were shooting us up until moments ago they heard Ventress died, but I think that's just a loot and run, probably.
We serve Roderick, you incomprehensible idiots.
Roderick Haraway is here?
He
Who the
was.
He
fuck is
was.
Roderick?
He was the guy we were fighting who said that they were gonna go fight her and left.
I'm just gonna point at the guy who called us idiots and just be like, "Hey, there's a lot going on here right now, so you better shut the fuck up."
So he asked you for some sort of alliance. Would it not be safer for you to rest down there with him? If we'd go to rest anywhere.
I guess so.
If
Sure,
we
man.
can trust him.
I can make us a tiny hut, so if he tries to turn us in our sleep, then he won't be able to get to us.
Roderick's in the pit, you idiots. He literally
Ugh.
told you I'll see you in the basement.
Hey, that's enough of those idiot talking. Like,
Well,
just
if you
I
start
would-
talking sense, I will stop calling you it.
I
I
would
want to
avoid.
stop him from speaking.
I would avoid the basement for now. Uh,
If your problem is you can't get to it, I know a secret way. If your problem is you don't want to fight the woman down there and spill your blood everywhere, then that's a different story. Maybe you just don't go. My boss is going to go down there playing nice with her now that she doesn't have a stupid crystal to scry on everything, and then probably try to kill her.
you seriously
Assuming
think
you get
Roderick
there.
Haraway can take on Vantress?
No,
I know
but
he thinks he's a big shot, but that's a bit optimistic.
you see he puts a hand over his eye patch and grabs at it, pulls it down a little bit, and there's this what looks to be a kind of like mechanical series of like wires and this eye stalk that has this bright red light. Pulls it down a little bit. Listen, I'm fully aware of how powerful that bitch is. I've had to replace my eye for it. But she's also very, very prideful, and therefore that makes her easy to target. Roderick is very cunning. He's not so stupid. He's not going to make a move until he knows he can win. And that's why we've waited here for so long for people he believes can help. And that, unfortunately, is you lot. You've spoken with Freed, surely, by now. He pulls the eye patch up and over again. This plot has been his and Roderick's for centuries. We're killing this bitch tonight. We need your help. Are you joining us or not?
I'm just going to turn to Ezatari and say, can you give Trafalgar some healing? I need to have a discussion with someone.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go hide behind the pillar and hope Trafalgar just leaves it alone. Because he can't walk right now anyway.
As that happens, and he looks over, and the guy looks over and says that, Brewer's just going to look forward a little bit and just say, "Well, as you stated like that, why not? What's going on? May as well go on a suicide mission."
Well,
Do we trust this guy?
I sort of look down and just say, "We have an hour time limit. Time is not really on our side at all, like it never really is, and this is probably the best odds we really have.
as
What
you're
more can we
saying that,
lose?"
he's making his way over. He hasn't drawn a weapon, his arms are at his side, though he does look slightly irritable. And as he's coming over, stands just a little bit above you, looks down and goes, "Listen, I'm not proving shit to you. You were just brought back to life. You should feel lucky that I didn't try to stab you in your sleep when you went to kill Vortigern. Or, more specifically, didn't shoot you full of arrows as you were saving the dear little princess. There have been plenty of times. So, judge my loyalties however you want. They're not to you. Damn right they're not. They are to Roderick and anyone who is going to kill that bitch downstairs. Now if you're one of them, great! Otherwise, I don't care about you.
Fucking pissy to a dead man.
I sort of look down, give Trafalgar that sort of look like.
Now, reaches his hand down for that kind of "I'll help you up" thing. Are you helping, or are you gonna sit on your arse all day?
I like him. I'm gonna take his hand.
He pulls you up, and the second you're up, he immediately lets go of your hand and kind of like rubs it on his jacket.
He doesn't want your cooties.
And then he walks back over toward his men.
I sort of look as he does that, and as he walks away, I just sort of like say, loudly enough so we can hear, but at the same time, quite smugly, just be like, classy.
So, what is Adelaiko trying to say to Legon?
I'm just going to walk over and say, well, you heard all of that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how stupid would it be for me to go in that basement?
Well, the better question is, will she actually die this time? Otherwise, there's no point in sending you down there.
Well, how would I guarantee she can die?
I can inhabit whatever remains of her body before it scatters into the four winds again. And if you're lucky, that might mean you get the flesh bag hidden beneath my smoky exterior again. But if that does come to pass, and I ever see your face once our business is concluded and I have the debt you owe me paid, I will have no problem in killing the pair of you for the sport. Are we clear?
So, you mean to say if we kill Vantress and you use her body, Ishi will be released?
That's not what I'm saying with a definite. It's what I'm saying is a possibility. I am just the other part of his soul, after all. If I get a body, the chances are that the one that remains will be him. At the very least, you'll have his body back. If it's not smoked, that is. But,
What exactly is the other side of the deal, then?
well, all I really need from you is... How do I word it, I suppose? Once I've done, and in fairness, I've already done my part, I just wish to cause a little bloodshed. As a relic of 3, Ventress was my least favourite. I want to know, once I've smoked that bitch, you will kill the other. You'll kill the man that calls himself the Witch Doctor, the relic of science. He will be difficult to find, but I want you to find him and kill him. Do that, and you'll never see me again, hopefully. And our deal, our bargain, will be met. And considering your extended lifespan, you've got time.
Can I insight check him to see if he's being truthful?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, that wasn't great. I think he's telling me the truth. I believe him. Wow, what an honest guy.
What part are you trying to glean from him?
I want to glean if the thing about Ishi is real or if he's trying to bait me.
He has a little bit more knowledge of the spiritual side of things, being a spirit, but that isn't inherently an admission of truth or falsehood. It could be him telling you what you need to hear, but there's not exactly a benefit for him telling you, because it just means you now have more reasons and more ways to try and get him out of the body. but it could be a double take. It could be truth for truth's sake. It could be anything.
In the event that taking Vantress's body doesn't work, could I not technically just source you another body?
He raises his head slightly. Why would you bother?
I've spent the last 200 years trying to get Ishi back. You wouldn't think I went far for Trafalgar, I'd go much further to have Ishi returned.
I would not be averse, under the right conditions. I have no particular interest in where I occupy, more so in what state it is occupied in. The reason I am powerful is because he was the vessel I was born in. I am his demonic half. But with the weird twist of fate we had, I was the one in control. So, as long as it doesn't interfere with my ability to be me, I don't care where I go. I will scorch whatever I please. And my machinations will touch the stars themselves, and so on and so forth. So, if I can trust you, which I do not at all believe is the case, for you have only selfish motives, maybe. But this is all semantics. Currently, she is the option. We must put her to the point of death, in which I will attempt a takeover. If it fails, and I am a loose spirit, and if she comes back, and I have nowhere to go, I hope you know the bonds between us, the contract. It will remain. And I will haunt all of you until one of your dying days, and then I will take their body. So let us be...
Well, there you are, there you are. If it doesn't work and you're stuck as a spirit in my head, I'll find you a body.
Yeah.
That's a backup plan. Let's deal with Vantress.
It
Now,
must be exceptional.
where do you need to be for this? Do you need to be here in your whole flaming glory, or can you stay invisible?
I can do either. Probably preferable. I do invisible.
Yeah, that would be my preference.
Then, as you say that, he makes a very small head motion, and then you see his form scatter into the wind, and there's just a single flame that remains that's barely noticeable, and then it poofs away as well. But you still feel him right in front of you. Shall we go?
He's gonna start walking.
So
I don't look like a crazy person.
Megan, Chloe, and Vlad, what are you doing?
Heal Trafalgar some point.
Are you using spell slots or medicine stuff?
I was just going to use a spell slot, but that wasn't a very good cast anyway. But yeah.
I mean, still pretty good, all things considered. So 15 extra HP for Trafalgar.
Vlad's just gonna be kind of stood, like leaning against the wall, just kind of like throwing the dagger in his hand, kind of thing, like catching it. Like he looks like he's being cool, but he's also a bit like, I'm really out of my depth here. Oh my god.
It's like, I don't know what's going on. There's magical
So he's-
witches on death and
Yeah.
things, and you just came back to life. This is just weird.
He's like leaning there, throwing the dagger, but like his eyes are like shifting around a little bit, and at one point he like fully drops it and he like stabs himself through the hand, and he's like, oh fuck. So I'm just gonna kind of lean back next to him and just be like, oh, you're hanging in there, brother.
Sister, I got to be honest. This is I'm not sure what any of this is.
He points toward the Dragonborn's body.
Like, what's with that? We've seen them before, but what was his deal? Why was he trying to kill everybody?
Man. So many questions, brother. You know, this is just what we deal with all the time. I mean, this is just every day. This is, you know, while I've been away this whole time, this is what we've been doing. You know, it's just part of the deal. And I just look at him, and you can see in my eyes, I'm just like, get me the fuck out of here.
Can I hear this conversation? I've gone over
Oh,
to
yeah.
kneel next to the Dragonborn.
Absolutely.
I'm very sadly, and I'm going to say, it used to be an actual dragon that we were fighting, and it got turned into a Dragonborn somehow, and we left it, and it obviously got captured by the bandits. I'm like inspecting the armor at the moment as well, saying that this armor is magical, and it controlled him. I don't think he wanted to fight.
He points toward the Dragonborn again, looking at Anessa, and goes,
Sister, what the fuck? This is somehow worse than being at home. Just a little bit. It's not really
You
happening to
wash
me.
your mouth.
It's not really happening to me, but I'm experiencing it, so it's just a little weird, okay? It's just a little weird.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of swallow a little bit and look a little bit shifty.
So-
Man, I'll just I don't know. I want to try and help him, but I'm also conscious of spell slots because I don't know if I'm resting up or not.
And we're about to go fight again.
We're going to fight right now? Okay. I could do my hut though. We could just sit inside and watch everyone else die while we rest. That sounds like a good option to me. I'll just reach down and close his eyes if they're not closed already, and I'll just say, I'm sorry we couldn't save you. And then stand up and be like, yeah, I mean, you just gotta, you know, you learn to deal with it a little bit. If this is the life you want to have, come on, like, you know, we've
Sister,
you just grow accustomed.
Sister, you have a little tear in your eye.
No, I don't. Leave me alone. Anyway, and I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be like, if you think this is a lot, then what's about to come next is going to be more than I think either of us can handle. But if you want out,
He immediately hoists the dagger right next to his face, twirls it around a little bit. You see his fingers kind of don't do it as dexterously as he expected, and it almost spins out of his hand, but he very quickly catches it, and he kind of does that face of like, yeah, good job. You kind of fucked it there, but good job, you
not
got it in the
reassuring.
end. Then he goes,
I'm already here. I have a knife. And she
My
sounds kind
knife.
of annoying. Well, I don't know. It's mine now. So let's go do whatever we're doing. Kill the person and then go somewhere that isn't home.
Okay, and I'll clap my hand on his shoulder and just be like, I'll get my dagger out as well, and I'm like, let's go cut a bitch. And then we just walk off.
so what is it? Everybody else doing? What is the plan? Out of character or in character?
We're currently 2 people down.
Um,
Oh, can we take a short rest? Will we have enough time for that?
That would be an hour. Well, give or take an hour.
Okay, so we would have time then if we all decide like right now.
Yeah.
Yep, as long as you're not ambushed.
Ah! Well, we can still try.
Can I ask that guy if
Mhm.
all the other guards in the place are working for Roderick as well, or if there's going to be more fighting?
Nope. You have the people here with me, and whoever else is not unconscious in the hallway to the left. Other than that, you are on your own. Everybody outside that door behind you, the door to the right, and even the one behind me is controlled by Ventress, and I'm honestly surprised her little assassins haven't come flying through the doors trying to stab all of us to death yet.
It's probably not safe to leave the chicken sleeping then, is it?
If we go downstairs, is that where we're headed?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Is she not gonna have like lair actions and shit? Not that we know about that, but I'm like, ah!
Maybe.
Fucking hell, we're gonna die. I'm just gonna see if
Like I said, I have a secret way to get there. Don't know if any of you are listening to that.
Yeah, we heard you. Don't worry, man. Like the sound of his own
Mysterious.
voice, this one, doesn't he? Fucking hell.
There's a secret little entrance, the place where we're going to be ambushing, because as you said, your main man's going to be playing quite the ploy of getting in our good books just before he goes for the backstab, and then I'm assuming that's where we'll come out and try and kill her.
Trying to find where the question is there. I must be honest. It's pretty cut and dry. Yes. You go. He gives the signal. You all go guns blazing. I'm
Well,
not.
pretty much that's the answer I was looking for, mate.
He just gives a little nod.
Okay, I like the simplicity. Always a go-getter.
Historically, what kind of spells do we know Ventress casts?
Typically the
Big bad ones.
yeah. She has.
Out of character, I'm probably gonna assume necromancy of sorts.
She typically runs anything that can summon something to fight for her or do long range damage. Or
What kind of?
well, stuff like magic missile or finger of death, that kind of thing.
Okay. So that would.
Collapse the entire building we were at before.
That was
Yeah.
earthquake.
But if it's just a home, then she might not do that. I'm just thinking like, because I've got a thing about divination magic, but I was like, I don't know what she casts. I don't have magic missile.
Can I use a medicine check to try and bring Ravi around?
This fucking spell.
He's not getting another spell slot. I'm seeing if I can do it with other means.
Sorry. I would not have brought him along if I knew we were gonna do all this shit. I feel so bad. It's like fucking Trinket. Except at least Trinket could do something.
One of
He's
these
not
days,
petrified anyone.
one of these days, Ravi's gonna like have the real clinching moment and save us all. I'm sure.
I want him to have leveled like Wolfie used to do.
He has.
Has he?
Yeah.
Let me look. I didn't think he would do. I thought Wolfie had to be a specific type of thing.
I've leveled him like maybe 5 sessions ago.
Oh my god! I don't know how many his hit points went up by, but
Well, he was
oh, baby
on
Ravi.
something like 16, I think.
Oh, he's on 21 now, so that's okay. I mean, right now he's on like 0, but you know. After 21.
A Satari medicine check.
The death saves are making me upset. Hey!
Do. Nice. So Ravi comes to consciousness because it has been at least a couple of minutes. He's still battered and bruised, so he's not really gonna move all that much. He's kind of just gonna lay there for a little bit while you guys are also resting, if you're resting. Yeah. Hot house.
I'm not convinced staying here is a particularly good idea.
Are your two new friends, looking at the vampire bride people, are they gonna be fighting with us, or?
They both look between themselves, then over at each of you. They don't say anything.
I suppose that's their choice to make.
They both look toward you. There's something that could be mistaken as a small grin that very quickly disappears the second it forms. They continue to say nothing.
I will ask them in vampiric, do you want to fight with us, or would you rather go somewhere safe?
That all depends on if you would require fighting at full strength or you would like some numbers. Because
They look between each other. They hold hands very lightly.
we can give you our power and
Looks between everyone else.
we can give them our strength. But we would become drained in the process.
How drained? Would
We
you still be alive?
we would live, we just would not be able to help you in combat.
I'll ask the others then. They say they can give us their strength, but they would be completely weakened and unable to fight.
Kind of like the strength.
I'm going to ask them, is there somewhere safe you can hide when you are weak?
They nod. They don't say anything.
And then I think we would appreciate the strength.
They nod. And the pair holding hands step forward and they hold their open palms, the backs of their hands facing the ground. They hold their one of their hands out each and wait for someone to take a hand. So who would like to go first?
Are they limited to how many people?
Who knows?
Ah!
I mean, I'll go first to make sure it's nothing dodgy.
Slurp,
I mean, I don't think they would do, but
It's
no,
gonna go.
slurp, slurp, slurp.
just to be safe.
Okay. So as you walk over and take the hand, let me just check the thing real quick because they do have names and stuff. Not that one. It's that one. Okay. So the one to the right is called Vera, and the one to the left is called Liara. So Lyra, as you take her hand, she does a very slow curtsy. Vera, even, sorry. There's a very slow curtsy, and then as you've got her hand, you feel as, even with how much strength you have, all the wounds you've suffered from your previous form that have sort of loosely lingered, you barely feel in the first place. But as you take her hand, she does a little curtsy, and you see her veins turn black along her arm that she's holding your hand with, and she grasps a little bit tightly, not tightly enough to hurt you in any sense, and then you feel as a nail digs into your hand. It stings for a small second, but then you feel as your body is invigorated from head to toe, and wounds immediately start to close, and there is a moment where you even hear like some bones in your body click into an appropriate place. And
That sounds great.
I know you don't have spell slots or anything, but recover yourself to the equivalent of a long rest.
Oh! Nice.
Ah! Oh my god, I hope they've got enough for everyone.
Okay.
I think Bruin should take the next one so he can get some more spell slots because he's the healy boy, isn't he? I push Bruin forward. Hey!
We'll also move Trafalgar forward.
Yes. Oh, true, yeah, fucking hell.
Move him forward by the shoulder and just put him nearby.
Do they know where all your equipment might be, Lycoris?
That's a good question.
Yeah. That's just Harry bringing up all the good, good shit we need to know.
So, with your motions for your hand, Trafalgar. Erin.
Hello.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry.
do you put your hand into hers?
I do.
Yeah!
But I do.
She grasps a little hard, and there's that instinct for a moment where you want to react. And she loosens it just a little bit. She's still squeezing a little tight, but not enough to be pained. And then, similar to Lycoris, jabs what feels like a blade, but it's just her nail, the tip of her nail, into the back of your hand. And just as you're about to react in some form, suddenly there's this, almost like someone's cast haste on you. Your body just, all at once, feels invigorated, and there's this moment where you feel this euphoria as though the wound was healed at the back of your head. It feels like something from this ability she's using specifically targets it for a moment, and a little bit of it kind of connects with your brain more than anything else, and you get the effects of a long rest. And though it won't really do anything, you technically have haste for the next couple of seconds. So,
I'm gonna run really, really fast around like Chorus.
So Liara walks amongst each of you, kind of grabs or holds out her hands for Esatari and for Brevin. Do you guys place your hands? Esatari, Brevin.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'll only get haste from that, or was he healed?
No, he got full long rest. He just also got
Ah.
a very small haste effect. Is it updating the turn? Wow, that's why it's not updating. God damn it. There we go. Bippity.
Hello, I'm looking.
Boppity.
Did I miss much?
No. Do you take the hand of the lady who is one of the people restoring everybody?
Sure.
Okay. Bit-bit-bit-do. Let me just check a thing real quick, sorry.
Can I ask, when you say restore, what is the limit of that?
You're gonna have to ask, aren't you?
Ask. What is the limit of that?
She doesn't even regard you, and then you feel that heavy, like, stab into the back of your palm, and there's that moment where it's kind of like, ah, fuck! And then the surge of energy runs through you. And same with you, Esatari, as the pair of you are given some restoration. You will recover equivalent to a long rest. And as she moves past the pair of you and goes towards Anessa and Vlad's kind of looking her up and down with a kind of, not happening.
I push Vlad forward first.
She looks over the pair of you.
This cannot be performed if someone is not willing.
Vlad.
So, either you pass me your hand of your volition, or you go without.
I glare at him.
He's just looking over at you with that kind of, oh.
If you want to come with me, then you've got to do this. Otherwise, I'm sending you back home.
You see
I'm serious.
There's a split second where he thinks about that, and then he goes, oh, no, God no. Puts his hand, and as she holds her hand out for you as well, do you offer?
Yeah.
So,
I like slap my hand into it. It's just like, please.
as the other one comes
So
over
willing.
after helping Trafalgar, she takes Vlad's hand. She looks down at him for a moment. There's a very small smile on her face as she looks at Vlad, takes his hand very lightly. You see she doesn't squeeze. She still has to prick the back of his hand, and he's like, and he does wince very heavily. And same with you, she pricks the back of your hands. And Chloe,
Ooh, tickles.
Chloe, roll a constitution check, please.
Oh, you're fucking what? Okay. Ah, I'm still on toggle.
Ooh.
Hey!
Chloe, also known as
Yeah.
Anessa the Blue Mage,
Yeah.
as
Ooh. Ooh!
she pricks the back of your hand and you feel the energy
Yeah.
invigorating you. You will get a long rest effects, but
Yeah.
also, the second it enters your system, there is that synaptic snap where your magic and your mind work in tandem, and if you so choose, if you have enough space, you can learn this ability.
Ah. What do I have? What do I have? Where is it? So I could get rid of luring song so I can still have my wings.
What about the other one?
The other one?
There's
The gruesome hunger. Yeah, I want to get rid of the gruesome hunger.
okay.
That's separate to my other one. I was like, I'm sure there's one that I wanted to get rid of. Because I don't use it. Because it sounds bad. I don't want to age 1 year and become poisoned.
So,
I don't want to eat people either.
revealing a secret, yeah. So as the effect fills into your system, you and Vlad both recover full HP, and you have equivalent to a long rest, so restore everything. As well,
Yay!
you get an ability called... Where the fuck is she? I don't think it's there, because I'm a fucking idiot. It's pain swap. I'll write it down for you.
Pain swap?
Yes.
Like wife swap, but not.
Sure.
Wait, you put it on my sheet, do you mean?
Mhm.
I'll put it in the chat.
I'll put it on your
I already started. I already started writing it, so.
Mm.
I only did the name, I didn't do anything else.
Is it? Oh, it's there. Okay.
Yeah. I want to put them all together, but I'll do it after you've done your thing.
Trying to remember what the wording was. Shit. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves for a second. I'm going brain dead.
We're gonna die, even though we healed.
Chicken and nuggets. So I can really think what else to really say other than that.
I'm gonna get another drink before we die.
There you go. Paint swap is added.
What are we gonna do with the chicken? Can you prick the chicken too?
She pricked the chicken.
See if he's done. Have you not been cooked all the way through yet?
So, the more matronly one does kind of walk over, gently pats him on the head.
Yay!
And then she kind of like grabs at his clawed foot, just with that kind of confusion, like, well, which is really the hand? Is he technically willing for this? And the chicken kind of just looks at her. For a moment, there's that look of kind of like, I'm going to peck her. But seeing her face, the kind of like aura of intention, takes the little clawed foot, pricks very gently. There's that kind of, and then chicken gets HP back.
Thank you. Oh, everyone's so accommodating of the chicken. I love it.
And as that happens, the pair of them go back together, join hands, and as they move back toward the centre of the room, they both look over toward you, Lycoris. And it's not evident for a lot of people unless you're really looking, but as you're looking at them, you see the pure black eyes that they had before this started. Around the edges, there's a little bit more white there now, and it doesn't signify much, but it means they've just given up a lot of life to restore everybody. And though they're holding themselves high, there's no way they're not in a lot of pain right now. And so they both, while holding hands, curtsy toward all of you, and then they just start to walk away. What do you guys like to do?
I liked them. They were nice. I'm glad to go over and hug Ravi. Bye bye. I guess. Are we all still here? As like Chorus walked off.
I'm coming back over now.
Okay.
Did you find out where your stuff is?
No.
How? I am assuming you will need it before we fight, or in your current form, are you okay?
Oh, if it helps, if you'd asked, they would tell you that it is in Vantress's room, aka your old room. There's a chest filled with yours and Trafalgar's stuff.
I suppose we go there. Should we all go, or should just a few of us go for speed?
Do we? Are we going through the secret tunnel and are we gonna hide there and jump out like rah when she arrives?
We just gotta wait for a signal, remember?
Yeah.
Well, I need to get mine and Trafalgar's things, though.
Okay.
I know where my old room is.
Well, you guys do that quickly. We'll start to prep ourselves and get moving.
Yep.
Who's coming with me to get Trafalgar's things?
Trafalgar.
Okay. If I speak in my head to Legion, can he hear?
If you're specifying it toward him, probably.
I'll just say, Legion, we're going to get my things from a room.
Anessa and Brewin both have message or something like that, don't
Yeah, we do.
If we're splitting up, should
We
one of
do.
you go? Just so we can still communicate with each other.
Well, I'll go with like Horace and Trafalgar then, if you look after Vlad and the chicken.
I'll do my best.
I do trust you with Vlad now, even though last time, you know, the room collapsed.
I just tell Legion he can either stay here with these guys or he can follow us. It's really up to him.
It's probably better that I wait. I feel like if I don't, another one of them will end up dying anyway.
Fair point. Okay, I'm just gonna start leading the others there. I'm just gonna say we have to move very quickly.
Okay. So, who's going?
Wait, does Trafalgar still have haste on him or not now?
No, it was a very temporary thing.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It
Oh
was
shit, I
like-
just pressed it.
It was like his zoomies for getting his energy back.
He used it up doing circles around you. He could have ran to get your stuff. I know he probably couldn't have had enough time to do that, but that's a funny thought.
Who else is going?
It's just
Me.
me, Trafalgar, and Anessa, right?
Okay.
Let's go.
Then I will
Phew!
grab your tokens. What are the rest of you doing down there?
Yeah. I suppose, is there much that we need to do in preparation of well, getting ready to go to the secret entrance, or is it just going to the secret entrance?
As those three start to walk off, you see he watches them with that bit of confusion, then looks toward you lot and goes, you lot, why are they going that way and you're not?
They're getting their stuff back from Vantress's folks so that they can actually fight, and we're staying, getting ready to go with you. We'll send a message to where the secret entrance is if needed. Or if fighting started by the time of that, well, those lot will be making a grand entrance as backup.
The secret entrance is in her bedroom.
I guess we're all
Oh.
going that way then.
You could have just said that
Right,
rather
this is
than
kinky.
just saying it as the secret entrance.
The point of a secret is not to tell it, it's to show it.
Oh, Oh, I'm not there.
But technically you're telling the secret, so it's not really a secret anymore.
It could have been, is the point.
This guy's
Well,
Come on.
Anyway, is there anything else you need to do, or should we all head that way?
Oh, it doesn't matter. He turns around, points to the
this
men,
guy's really arsey.
and you see as they like maneuver over toward the wall and put their backs toward it and just prepare. We've got a plan in motion. We better make this quick. Come on, catch up with those three.
My friendly soldier, any of his soldiers.
Make a history check.
Oh,
You just kind of look over them all quickly. You're like, maybe that.
You
Then
sudden face blindness.
there's that kind
it's
of.
been stressful.
It's been stressful and it's been a while. You kind of
They all
look
look the
them over.
same.
No, we just saw him down the corridor. Didn't we?
He was
Yeah.
too busy, you know, getting his
Yeah.
pants back on.
I don't recognise him with his trousers on.
Yeah.
Hey!
Dirty bird. Hold on while I move everybody real quick. I just gotta do the things. Bippity boppity. Copy that. Whoops, there was one person left. Copy that. And there's a lot of you fuckers. So as you all wander to the door, there is a staircase that leads just after that. The doorway gets very quickly cramped. At the back, as a giant chicken tries to make its way through, eventually it does. As the rest of you start to move forward, you begin walking down the stairway. And here you are. Feel free to maneuver yourselves as you like, as this boy starts not sprinting, but moving ahead of it. Comes toward a doorway to the left.
God, what a shithole this is.
It's been a little bit in disrepair. The new management are not. They're not that good. It's
She's
kind of
actually
why
really
we're here
impressed
to
by
fucking
it.
kill her.
She's like, oh my god, this is so nice.
So he pulls out a small set of keys. If it would allow me to change that. Why the fuck can I not remove
Are these people dead?
Yeah.
Did we just walk over them?
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh.
Pulls out a small set of keys, jangles them for a little bit. He's got like 4 total keys, and he's like, which fucking... there we go. Of course, it's the pompous shiny one. Puts it in.
I want Vlad to look down at
pushes.
these bodies though. Sorry.
No, that's fine. He's kind of like looking them over, like...
He was concerned.
So, as he moves in... Look, before we all go running around, I've got to tell you the layout of the place. You lot get in there, goddammit.
I mean, I used to live in here, so.
Who were the
Things-
bodies?
Things have slightly changed, if you haven't noticed. Firstly, that fucking tree over there, don't get too close to it and inhale any of it. It has a minor soporific, and it has been a nightmare for me in the past. The room up on the top right of me, that contains an assortment of her little tools of magical mumbo-jumbo and torture. The bottom right is a bath. The bottom left is one of the tools she uses to communicate via long distances. And the one on the top left, which the door appears to have been opened, I assume those 2 women from earlier are in there. That is a bedroom. The entranceway itself is just over here. As she...
Can you see anything about the tree with your whimsy, whatever it is, the fae thing?
Can I?
You can.
Hey!
So, as you walk in and you kind of look around, you look up at the tree. For everyone else, it is a nice, bright, pinky, with like little tinges of these green leaves. But for you, as you look up at it, there's this moment where you kind of like are in awe because nobody else can see it, and it's kind of sad because you wish you could share it with them. They have this beautiful shower of light of different colours that constantly drapes off of it. In what you can associate with it, it's every couple of seconds a leaf will drop a small it's something akin to a spore, and it refracts light even if there isn't any, and it looks even more beautiful in the light as you guys come walking around. And you see there is a torch hanging above the wall just to the right of the tree, and the lights almost explode into more colour when it's interacted with by light. And it's almost like just this small fireworks display of rainbow light, and it's sort of enrapturing. But nobody else could see it.
Ready?
Hmm?
I won't touch it because the scary man said not to. But
You're
I
so
do want
special.
to. I'm just there and I'm looking at it like, oh man, that's a nice tree.
You feel you feel a little kind of rustling on your shoulder as Tari kind of appears for a moment and looks up toward it with that with that kind of face of awe for a moment. Are you lot gonna come over and do the whole thank you?
Oh my god, he's so impatient.
See as he's
We
like,
have an hour, right?
you see as he's
Ravi
like
tramples on the rug.
gently
Oh my
kind of
God,
like beating his fist against the wall, looking for something specific, and then as he hits one small section of a wall, you hear this kind of kind of sound. That'll do it. And then he reels back a little bit and gives it a kind of love tap punch. Oh, here you go. Bless you.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna not fit.
I'm looking for my stuff.
Okay.
Bits the wall crumble away as he pushes through.
No. Hold on, I'm trying to destroy the. There we go. Boof.
He's trampled the rug. Ah, but if she comes through here, then she's gonna know we were here.
So.
Anyone got
as-
prestidigitation?
She's waiting
I
in
have
a
it.
different. She's waiting in a different room, which we're now going to, Chloe. So I don't.
Oh, I
think
thought
I'm
she'd left. I thought we were waiting for her to come back. I thought that he was going down there to wait for him. We were gonna ambush her. Oh my
We're
god.
ambushing her
just-
down there because she's already down there.
Oh, I thought she left the place.
No, that's what he's been saying.
Oh, well then I'm not gonna clean up the footprints because
Yeah.
fuck the rug. Where's my rug? Oh my god, I abandoned my rug. Why did I
forgot
leave my
about that
rug?
fucking rug.
No, I'm carrying it still. I'm hugging it. I stored it someplace safe. It's on Ravi's back. There we go. It's on Ravi's back. I can magically tap it right.
It's a saddle.
Yeah. I
The
struck
room,
my rug and just say nice rug.
the room that you're looking into there, Lycoris, is one that it doesn't immediately make any sense to you, but you get with a general idea of how many runic layers that there are. That it's probably somewhat important.
Is my stuff in there?
No, your stuff does not appear to be in there.
I'm not interested. Then I'm gonna go to the other door.
So as you
Cool
go to
stuff
the
in
other
there.
one, can I change this to? Oh, whatever. Boop. So
Oh, sexy ladies.
as you look through, you see the
Weird
two women
weird.
currently. One sat on a chair, the other sat on the floor very gently. They both look back at the same time, lower their heads slightly, and then they return to looking into the fire. You see a large, fucking 10-foot wide treasure chest in the corner.
Oh, I want it.
And as you walk over, there is a lock. What do you want to do? 3 locks specifically.
I will call Trafalgar to come and open them.
Trafalgar.
Triflegar.
Trilgigal.
I want some trifle now.
Ooga.
I'm gonna sit on the edge of the bed while I wait for Trafalgar.
Yes. You notice on the bed there is a book.
What's
Ooh.
the book?
As you give it a quick scan over, it looks to be some kind of a journal of some kind.
I'm gonna start flicking through the
Yeah.
journal.
Oh my god, it's her diary. Today I saw Lycoris again. She's still a bitch. I wish I could kill her.
I
The
want to
latest-
read through the diary.
Diary.
The question,
Part 2.
question
I
is, do
hate
you read the
Lycoris.
current entry, or is there a time that you specifically want to look for?
I want to look at the current entry, but then I also want to look as far back as it goes.
Okay.
So excited.
So the current entry, it speaks of she woke up not expecting things to be the way they are. Supposedly, the old man that she calls is ready in the Underdark to retrieve the item from the bodies of she and her friends, should it be necessary, but she does not want to pay the cost that's required if she can help it. It mentions she laid a few ready traps, just in case they had cute ideas about getting friends in the Underdark. She doesn't name anyone specifically or specifies any creatures. She keeps it pretty loose and vague. The journal ends with her mentioning how Talus, since he's come back, has been acting strange. That he didn't immediately inform her of what had happened with Lycoris once he'd finished strapping her into the chair and removing the sword. He even specifically said it's probably better to just leave the sword there as a taunt, which she felt is weird, but there is a hint of sense, as it would be a good taunt to her, and if she did get free she would just summon it anyway, so it didn't matter where it was. But the fact he wanted to give her even the most mild boon, it seemed weird. And the earliest is not dated. However, the first few sentences specify, "Today I finally got to see the room below. People in the keep were speaking eerily about it, and being the attendant to her lady, I have to know everything about this place. I know about the Guardians, I know about Talus and his beginnings now. I think I've even figured out his ancestry. It turns out he might not be a problem to her lady after all. Just a bunch of previously boring people who worshipped some ancient death god. It's not worth the time to even think about anymore. But demise, I've never been allowed in. The doors have always been triple dead bolted. My lady went in there today, and while I do understand it, it is a bit scary. It felt invigorating to feel the presence of what took down gods. It's enthralling. I even now as I'm writing this, and you do see as the writing on the paper has these small flecks here and there of the ink that have spilled over a little bit. Even now I'm shaking.
So this is pre Talus's betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to flick through to find out the betrayal bit and if she caused it.
So as you're flicking through, there's a few normal bits like, oh, we did this, this monster attacked the keep, that happened, some group of idiots, blah blah blah. Till eventually it comes to a part where she mentions going down to Demise's room again. She woke up after a terrible series of nightmares. This reoccurred for a couple of days. You kind of skip through that for a little bit. And then she mentions being called down below. She moves to the door. The door, still dead bolted, magically sealed, but for some reason she could move through it, like she wasn't there. She moved through. She saw the large cocoon that Demise resides in, looked up at it with reverence as normal, but then she woke. And as she woke, there was something hollowed from her. And as she looked around the room, concerned, everything had a darker hue. There was less colour in the world. She tried going down again every night for the rest of that week.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Each time she went down, the world got a little bit darker and darker and darker. But each time she went down after that first time, she felt something was lost, but her magic grew stronger each and every time. She was becoming more proficient with spellcasting for no real known reason. It's just like the words made more sense to her, and the signs were easier to cast, so she kept on going. While this thing worked for her, she kept going. Until eventually one day she started to hear voices. One such voice told her to watch the boy. And she did that. And as you kind of flick through a little bit, it's more just she's keeping tabs on his day-to-days and that kind of thing, seeing him getting closer and closer to you. And it wasn't really a jealousy thing at first, but then it devolved into it. And eventually she mentioned speaking to him and suggesting that maybe the lady in power is not the same person anymore. She needs strong people at her side. And maybe, similar to what she did, Talus should try sleep close to Demise below. And though there was no easy way to do that, one night she managed to get all the keys for Demise's door, and even with her own magical proficiency, unseal the door. She then guided Talus in under the guise of training, and telling him that if he rested here for one night and survived the trials, he might find the way to become a much more fearsome enemy. She locked the doors, sealed it behind him, and she left for the night. The next thing she mentions is waking up to the sounds of terror and fighting. And the next thing she knows, she comes to the throne room. A certain, chorus blade impaled through the boy after his attempted treachery. She notes it as a setback. He clearly wasn't strong enough. If she could take these voices she hears and put effort to them and draw power from them, how could he not? It must be his faith in her. It was skewed. It was his intent all along. All along he intended to betray her. And days, months, there's a lot of lost time between chapters where she just writes something of interest from that point onward. And at one point, you notice a single page has been scrawled over in probably a moment of mania. There is ink covering the entire page, but what looks to be something written beneath, the only two words you can get is "the screaming." The rest of the page is completely blotted out. And then, from then on, the pages are after her takeover. And a long time since you've been gone. And unless there's anything else specific you would like to know, that's basically that.
Oh, that's it. Mr. Bagger here.
Erin!
I'll just ask the vampire brides. Any chance you've got the keys to this?
They shake their heads.
Damn it.
Hello, Erin.
Hello.
There's a treasure chest. Get it.
It's open. I take it. I loot it.
You've got to unlock it.
No, I just take the chest.
you just pick it up. Throw it. Boop. Take that.
We need our shit back.
If you've got thieves tools, do thieves tools, or sleight of hand otherwise.
Uh,
Actually, you don't have any
I
of your
will-
gear, so of course you don't.
I'll try
So
and
sleight of hand.
is it locked?
Yes, it has
Yeah.
3 locks.
I have you have thieves tools anyway, don't you?
No, they're
he's
in the
not got
chest.
anything.
We're in the chest.
Oh, I've got you can have mine. I think.
Damn.
Oh, I've Vlad
He
has them.
don't fucking need them. Jeez.
Does he not?
No, not with that roll he just did.
I can't see his rolls. His
Can't
rolls are
see
still
it.
hidden.
Oh, sorry.
he got a
What did he get?
29 for context.
Fucking hell! Yeah, he didn't need them. Fucking hell.
So you kind of look around the room for a minute. You see a small dagger that's on top of the fireplace. You kind of grab it, just like, it looks it's a bit big, but I can work with it. And very quickly, you kind of like very finesse with the tip of the dagger, manage to push the tumblers of all 3 of them within barely 20 seconds. They're very weirdly simple, or at least that's what you believe. And then you hear the click as the chest is accessible. If anyone wants to do any magical checks, that's a different story, but the locks are all
I
off.
just want my shit.
I can if you want. I'm in the doorway, just hovering, watching, looking at this chest, like drool coming out my mouth.
I just want my stuff.
You guys managed to get your stuff back. As
Yeah.
Oh no.
just fast forward it, there's no other traps on there. It's just a very locked chest.
Cool.
So you have all your bits, and as you're picking them up, putting them in appropriate places, and gathering your bits together. Is there anything else you want to do while you're here?
No, not really. I just wanted to get my stuff back.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go wait by the door. So.
Okay.
I will have to go soon because my head's starting to really hurt.
That's okay, we're nearly at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So, is there anything anyone else wants to do while you're here? Question.
I'm always tempted to vibe with the tree, but I'm resisting.
You're just staring at the tree. We have to come
Yeah,
collect
I
you.
am. This whole time I've just been like, oh,
Dorky.
Oh, so pretty.
I could talk to it,
Okay.
but I won't.
How
I
much
would
time
like
has
to try my
passed
new
now?
daggers that I've just
Ooh.
realised I have.
You've got what, sorry?
These daggers.
Yes.
I just wondered how much time had passed. If it was like close to an hour yet or not.
Oh, nowhere near it. It's been,
Oh, okay.
I mean, at best, 20 minutes.
Cool. As I'm gonna type a reminder to myself for next session that I want to do prep spells.
Okay.
Do prep spells. Close to 1 hour.
Capitalized. Yeah.
Of course. Otherwise, I will not see it.
Okay. As you
What do your
all,
daggers do?
as you all get your bits together, if there isn't anything else, do you guys start to head down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me
What do your daggers do?
guess you're gonna have to find that out, aren't you?
Oh.
Someone might have identified, that's all I'm saying.
I do have identity.
Yeah, but are you gonna use a spell
Are
slot
there-
for a big battle to figure out what his dagger
can
is?
Yes,
ritual
because they might
cast.
be bad.
You can
What's
ritual
the matter?
cast.
Oh.
Also, mine is from the wand, so I don't.
Just-
contain
You
the
could
wand
ritual
anyway.
Oh yeah, do the wand.
But I
Do
don't.
the-
Yeah, I've not noticed the daggers. I don't care about his.
Oh, true. Well, will we have noticed the daggers? Is he playing with them, or like, I don't know?
Is he playing with his daggers?
Is he being really showy with them?
It's up to Trafalgar, I guess. Hey, dude, are you playing with your daggers?
I was holding it or up until I needed to open that chest, and then I put it down. And as I've opened the chest, retrieved everything else, I've realised I've had hold of that.
As a dagger enthusiast, would me or Vlad notice the daggers? We can roll for it. Unless you're like, no.
You can, if you want. Perception check.
Yeah, let's do it, let's do it. Perception!
You
Apparently that's Ravi. Ravi noticed.
did. It doesn't matter. So yeah,
It wasn't on Ravi's sheet, so it's okay.
you well, you nearly very clearly noticed the daggers.
Hey.
They look almost like ornate. They're the kind of thing you would have stolen in your lifetime.
Oof, yes. I'm gonna like sidle up to him and like pretty much in his ear and be like, "What you got there?"
What was that?
What you
Very
got there?
pretty.
What you got there?
Strawberry smoothie?
What you packing?
I don't know.
Shall I take a look?
Why are you making it sound like a drug deal?
I'm just staring at the daggers like, oh my god, they look so beautiful.
In every single way.
Oh, I kind of want to pass her one.
They're connected by chain.
I was like,
Yeah,
they're
no, I'm
chained
gonna
together.
I'm gonna pass her one and keep hold of the other one.
Okay.
I just hold it in my hands, just staring at it like, oh, yeah, this is great. I love this dagger. This dagger is my child.
There's
Does
no-
anything happen?
Nope.
Okay. Well, can I identify it then?
Sure. Do you do it
Yay!
immediately, or are you spending time?
Well, we've got time. I'll just look around and be like, does anyone mind while I identify this dagger? I'll ask Trafalgar.
Oh no, go ahead. I don't know where they came from. I'd be intrigued to learn.
That's very suspicious. No one gives away something like this. Okay, I'll identify. I'll do a ritually thing like you say.
Okay. So you spend the next 10 minutes holding on to the one that is past you, and as you're focusing, drooling,
I love it.
as the time is slipping towards the 10-minute mark, there's this weird familiar sensation that starts to rise from it, not because of what it can do, more because of what it is. And then your spell breaks.
Ah.
You do get one thing though, the word fracture. As you hold on to it still, your spell has broken and you're kind of just like, what the what? How? Why? When? You know for a fact.
At least it was a ritual.
At least it was a ritual. The item itself broke your spell, stopped it from working.
You fucker! What a little shit. We've just been talking about sentient weapons. I'm like, is it sentient? Does it talk to me? Oh god.
Yes, it does.
It does!
Mm-hmm.
I call it a little shit.
You don't hear anything, but
Okay.
as you say that and your spell's effect just cancelling, there is about a couple of seconds where you get this feeling of this is not yours to know. The time is not right.
I kind of take the dagger, like, between two fingers and pass it back to him and go, yeah, I don't like this. Sorry. Don't know what it is, but watch out for that, because that's a pissy dagger. I don't like it.
Trafalgar, do an insight check.
To figure out the fuck I mean.
Inside.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't trust
appropriate.
it.
Your your normal instincts would be really up to you in this regard. Like weird dagger that apparently her spell can't work with, or daggers. But you're pretty sure, though you've got no real concrete evidence, someone could have literally just put this in your hands at some point. The only thing you can think of is just before you woke up, you grabbed something. and it felt like it's not for you, but for now it needs to be wielded by you.
Oh.
As well, there's this natural draw for your eyes, as almost like on instinct you feel you have to turn and look around for a moment. As you guys are walking down the stairs towards the basement, you turn and look toward Lycoris, and there's a feeling that in the back of your heart there's this feeling of a kind of a somber feeling towards not her, but something about her. And it's not your feeling, it's something borrowed. And that's what you get. So, as you guys walk down the stairs, I will move you to the final destination. And then...
It's a final countdown.
Destination unknown.
Let me quickly light up the room, actually. Hold on. There we go. So, before you, a large cocoon in the middle with what looks to be this very thin veil of magic around it. Those of you with any magical inclination can see it. It's very thin, it's like a sheet almost over it. 4 points around it, there are these massive gems of different colours that are floating around it. Inside of that cocoon you can see the large form of what looks to be a very ancient vampiric looking figure, which you can only assume is Demise. Currently curled into a ball floating in this viscous red liquid. But her form breaks through that colour perfectly. Stood in front of it, you can see what currently is a body of Vantress. Whether or not it's the body of Vantress is a different story. Behind that, you can see Roderick with one hand on his hip, a big smirk on his face. He doesn't seem to know you're there though, and he's showing a little bit of teeth. And to his furthest left, you see Talus, looking disinterested to some extent, looking around the room sort of with a bit of a nervousness. The ground, mostly around this massive space, seems to be corrupted and has this more like glass, this like stained red glass kind of look to it. And it's one of those where even without being close to it, you know if you stood on it, it would start to break. But it doesn't look like it's fragile enough to do so. There is an eeriness about this room, and it immediately causes a primal instinct in all of you to not fear, but be very wary. And it's almost like you are under constant surveillance. But there is not a living figure in this room that can see you at the moment. You're fairly sure of that. As a note as well, by the way, these stairs, though on the map they're big boulders and you guys are sticking out, how it really works is there is a doorway that is basically the wall on their side of you, and you guys poke your head out just a little bit to look around. And as you look around, I will call it there. And we will.
I wanted to sneak attack.
Well, we'll have to do that next time.
Ugh. Now we wait on a cliffhanger till mid-January.
I know. Oh man.
yes.
Can we not play Wednesday?
I mean, maybe.
I can.
I honestly don't think that Pokemon game's going to go at the minute, so.
Who's meant to be playing it?
Rachel, Kieran, Kirby, but he's not started his sheet.
Okay.
And Ollie,
Ollie.
who's
Okay.
also not started his sheet.
Right, I'm gonna jump off now. Let me know.
Okay, I hope you feel better.
Okay,
If
fine.
not,
What about you,
everyone have
Rachel?
a nice Christmas.
Yeah,
And your
you
friend.
Yeah,
too.
you too.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Enjoy stuff and things. And I'll probably get in touch with some. Well, to be fair, I'm talking to you, Chloe, and Connor tomorrow. So
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, I was
Matt.
gonna say that's not the end.
I told Matt that Connor, you'll probably tell him, like, we were talking about like situations in D&D and like how much we like fucking adore D&D. And I was bigging up Lee as a DM as well, like
Aw.
saying about how like some DMs will be like, no, it's not in the rules, so you can't do it. But I was like,
Ew.
if Lee likes it and it's creative enough, then it's like it'll be like, yeah, go for it. So I didn't tell him how you killed that guy with
Yeah.
control water, but I was like, I'll leave Connor to tell you about that tomorrow. So Matt's waiting to hear about
Okay.
that. So we were just saying about like how you can do fucking anything, like it's so endless, and like you can just create something from absolutely nothing. It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I love this campaign as well.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yes,
So,
I'm trying out something tomorrow that I've never
Ooh.
tried, and it's exciting.
Can you tell? I was a surprise.
I'm gonna give you Actually, I can give a spoiler, but it's not gonna be fully reveal what I'm planning with this class in particular.
Yeah.
I'm trying Wizard for the first time.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I think it's my fourth.
Oh, you're gonna be
Spellcaster?
squishy.
Yeah, my fourth
Yeah.
spellcaster that I've ever made.
Like I always feel like with one shots, like try something different, because like if you don't like it, then it's only gonna be a few sessions.
Exactly. But yeah, I know all about Squishy because, look, I'm playing Breedwin for crying out loud.
I know, but you don't feel squishy. It's like he seems like he's gonna be like this really strong guy because he's like proper. Seems like he's built on his picture and stuff, and I forget that you're actually a bit squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sorcerer with
I
quite low constitution.
know. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to tomorrow though. I don't know who
Yeah.
the other people are who are playing. Are they nice? I'm scared.
You say that Tor isn't playing, and that is because he's got a lot of stuff going on with family. He's got twins on the way.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so he's more or less keeping his three other children more or less to a degree
At
at bay,
bay.
as well as having a work
3
life.
other children for.
Yeah. Yeah, Tor is a
Filthy.
big pappy.
filthy breeder.
Then
He's not
Stefan-
helping the overpopulation.
Yeah, and then Stefan is very chilled.
Okay.
Just think of someone who's like a surfer, and that's pretty much Stefan. He sounds basically like a surfer. He's very chilled, very laid back.
Yeah,
but he
bruh.
does come up. Yeah, but he does come up with some really crazy shit, and he's very fucking intelligent. He's currently at uni, and I think he's like some form of doing some form of mechanics degree
Wow.
or something.
Fuck
Because
yeah.
I think one of his projects he showed us was him and his fellow colleagues made some form of dashboard screen, attached it to some wheels, and gave it wires, and basically made a remote control basically car, but made out of pipes. And,
Yeah.
controlled it via control and monitor. So yeah, he's very techie.
Yeah. Wow.
But other than that, in the one shot I hosted, he did do some very clever things, and
Yeah.
he's got about 14 classes already planned out on a Word document spread.
Wow.
What
That's
a
cool.
fucking nerd. Imagine having
Yeah.
only 14.
Oh man.
Well, he's still coming up with more on the daily apparently, but he has moments of where he just goes through chronicles and just he goes through and does a backstory for every single one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got a few that I want to play, but then when it ever comes to making a character, I forget them all, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah. I tend to just go with the flow and then just feel what I want to play at the time or what I've not tried.
Yeah. I started out with no ideas at all today, and then came out with like, not fully fleshed out by any means, but like, for a one shot, I feel like it's okay.
You come up
Sam,
with a garage.
I kept saying to Lee, going, "Yeah, I'm just gonna feel. Has anyone else decided yet?" And he's like, "Nope, just do you." And then I'm like, "Have they decided yet?" Nope. And
No.
then on the last day, it's like, "Have they decided?" And he's like, no." And I'm like, "I may as well just do my own thing at this rate." And he's like, "Yeah, just do it." And I'm like, "Okay." And I
Yeah.
just started working on my sheet, and I was like, "All right, I'm just going to do this."
Yeah. I know, I felt so bad. It was literally like the day before, and I'm like, I'm not done it yet, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
you have been
it's been
busy.
so
Though.
crazy, yeah. It's been very busy. Like, I was meant to be out all weekend, but I just started feeling really ill and tired, so